Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Really looking forward to the action today here at Whistling Straits. What a stunning layout overlooking Lake Michigan here in Kohler, Wisconsin. And what a great test, Frank, kind of at least in terms of the look, a seaside links.
It is. It's also one of those golf courses, Rich, that you normally play better the second time around. And the reason why I say that, Pete Dye is the master of visual intimidation. So when you first play Whistling Straits, you'll think some of those lines are much tougher or you'll go to the wrong side. Once you've been around there once, you realize, I've got to hit it down the right rather than the left. And things start to make more sense.
But Frank, in true links golf, you can generally run the ball up along that ground. Here, you have to put it up in the air, don't you?
You certainly do, yeah. It's links golf played through the air. Beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. What a display of shot-making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So they'll tap in. One under early in the round. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, here at Whistling Straits, bold is beautiful, and this second hole is certainly bold.
That it is. Bold, and if you can hit a long one down the left side, they'll open up a good view to this green. But believe me, if you miss left or right, well, you're going to find the sand. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Really powering up here. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank. Second from an excellent lie. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Getting set now over the putt. So 2 under early on. Just a couple of feet. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
All right, Frank, how do you like the look of the first par 3 in the golf course, the third hole?
Well, you have a good look at Lake Michigan for a start. That's certainly not where you want to hit it, though. Really use the green, the shape of the green, which angles to the left.
Just a pure strike, and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now.
Second shot.
You have to like that. 4 under. These putts keep the round together. -3 now for the round. Back here at Whistling Straits, we're on the 4th tee. It's a par 4, and it's a good one, Frank. 494 yards.
Very intimidating to the eye there. It sort of makes you hit it down the left side, but that's where you've got to be careful. Because if you hit it down the left, it's going to kick further left and cause a lot of problems. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank.
This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here. Should be safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. This will be a 5-foot putt here. Wow, I thought he made that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Well, look out, here he comes. 4 under par now after that birdie. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Frank, you've played all over the world. How unique is this hole, the 5th?
I've never really seen anything quite like this. On one hand, it's an extremely long par 5, but then on the other hand, you have all these options that are available.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Obviously, you can't make them all from that distance, Rich, but you'd like to give it a real good run.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Set to go now at the 6th. It's a pretty short par 4.
Yeah, slight dogleg to the right, but you can play it straight away. There's a series of bunkers down that left side, and then they really choke the fairway at about 320 yards.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
That's an absolute beauty.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection's being spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Frank, what's the best way to play this shot at the 6th?
If you can hit like a bullet cut with a little bit of run on it, then there's a chance that you might actually be able to drive it on this green. But just be careful of that pot bunker that's sort of smack bang in the middle of this green.
So a tester from 4 feet. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. And getting ready for the putt. Seven under on the day. Another magnificent hole here at Whistling Straits. Nothing but water on the right and a huge drop-off down to the beach.
Yeah, if you're struggling with your golf, just take a little breath and look right. It'll be a great elixir. This is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking might get it close. And just a great shot.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Frank, just tons of bunkers on the right. You hope the wind is in your favor.
Yeah, and sadly, your mind just about picks up on each and every one of them. Oh, if this is up, it's good. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Let's see what the dominant number one player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. Settles in over the putt. Now 8 under on the day. Just a couple of feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front nine of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree in the mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, now the second shot here at the ninth.
You can get caught with swirling winds here because of the trees and the protection on the hill on the right side. Another one to be very, very careful of.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the ninth?
It plays a little downhill, so it's going to play a little shorter than its distance.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. 8 is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. This would be nice. A birdie on the card. See if he can make it. And he has it for birdie. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. What a great shot. Oh, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that one? Wow. Good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, this was quite a collaboration between a business giant by the name of Herb Kohler, an insurance salesman with a genius for design. We know who that is. That's Pete Dye.
Yeah, you put the two together and there's no question you finish up with a masterpiece.
A couple of American dreamers shooting for the stars, and they end up with Whistling Straits. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
He has this for a birdie. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Now to double figures under par. That's a good place to be. 10 under. We're now at the 11th hole, and this is a huge par 5. 645 yards, Frank, that's a biggie.
And plus, this hole bends to the right, which sort of makes you think that you can hit it down the right side. But if you miss down the right, there's just a multitude of bunkers that'll swallow up that ball, and you're nearly guaranteed to make at least 6. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree.
Second shot.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Chance to get it close here. Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. Most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a little tap in here. Good par. Back to the action here at the 12th. It is a par 3, and Frank, a little bit of a breather, at least in terms of yardage.
Well, that's about it, because this green is one of the most undulating on the golf course. I doubt there's a flat spot on this green.
Appears to be tracking well. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Spieth settles in over his birdie putt. Under par on the day. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. Cleans that up in the hole. Frank, here at the 13th, a lot can happen.
Just a gentle dogleg to the right, or at least the hole moves to the right, plus the slope of the fairway. So you've got to aim left of center.
Pulverize that golf ball.
That's an absolute beauty.
With these downhill shots, really the key is always balance, and maybe you want to take a little bit of a wider setup, and then club selection obviously is important. You maybe take a little less club and just try not to overswing.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
And so the approach shot finishes up some 25 feet from the hole.
Yeah, not his best, but certainly not his worst.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a couple of feet. In for par. I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already. Now the par 4 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver, but it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee, just a short iron in from there. In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
He'll need to be strong with this. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Another one inside of 5 feet. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Spieth trying to light the fuse. This one's for birdie. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Has it. Good putt right there. Ready to go here at the 15th tee, and by the looks of it, Frank, we should have brought the swimsuits and some sunscreen.
It's very picturesque, that's for sure, but don't get fooled by its beauty. This is an absolute beast at 503 yards and sets up a very, very tough finish to Whistling Straits.
Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil.
That's a ginormous tee shot.
That is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Second shot. Good look at the green. And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Mark that as a birdie on the card. Frank, as you know, the finishing holes at a major championship can make even the world's #1 player buckle under the pressure. How do you avoid that?
Well, with a good drive to start here, there's a series of bunkers that start about 300 yards down the right side. You'd like to start your tee shot on those and maybe work it back towards the fairway to get a little bit more run and make this hole reachable.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway. Well, with a good shot here, Rich, I'll tell you, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. And this is looking really good. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. There's a putt for eagle. Continues to roll the ball very well. Well, Frank, we know that Pete Dye has given the world some intimidating par threes, most notably the 17th at TPC Sawgrass. He says this one is even more fearsome.
And the reason why is the drop-off on the left. It's 20 feet below the level of the green. Then you've got the sand dunes on the right, which are sort of speckled with bunkers as well. And then there's a little sliver of green grass in between. That's the green.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, quite a finishing hole, and that's as it should be. This is, after all, a major championship.
Well, you can see why Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, Dustin Johnson have played well here. This finishing hole requires the long hitter's best tee shot, preferably just a little down the right side, because that's the safer side to be.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Frank, this is money time. The approach shot here at 18.
Well, there's that carry over 7 Mile Creek. That's the biggest problem. So this long iron hit into this green, you've got to take plenty of club to make sure it finds its target.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. And he has it for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Frank, we're going home to the home of golf, St. Andrews, the old course.
No better place for any level of game. For the beginner of the game or the greats of the game, this is the golf course they've all cherished to play. When he goes after it like he is here.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Long just meant longer.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Settles in over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
These putts keep the round together. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Just 5 feet left.
Even par, currently.
Did the job right there. Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the two bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those two bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces in them.
Good-looking shot right here. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Oh, I thought he had that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Frank, from this vantage point here at the 12th, you can see why the old course, St. Andrews, are so iconic in the sport.
Yeah, this is a fun hole as we start to sort of head back to the village of St. Andrews. Hole's called Heathery. There's a big crop of heather on the left, and there's 4 little pot bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway, so you've really got to be cognizant of those. But good time to take the head cover off if you're a long hitter, and then you've only got to worry about that one pot bunker just short of the green.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. Spieth trying to light the fuse. This one's for birdie. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Shouldn't be a problem here. Drops the putt to go to 2 under. So a tester from 4 feet. Still even par for the day. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
And setting up here in the rough. Locked in on the read and the speed. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the 4th hole. The 4th hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. He's putting for birdie now. How about that? 4 under par. Just a couple of feet. Now at -2 for the day. Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. It brings in those little bunkers called robs, and they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure.
Frank, such an advantage when you can hit that far.
It's not fair. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. 110 yards now for the second shot.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Getting set now over the putt. And he has it for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And now another par for the 16th, Frank, and another hole where precision off the tee is going to be paramount.
Yeah, the norm of the tee is really to avoid a series of 3 bunkers called the Principal's Nose. I've never really figured out why they're called that, but it's not the place to be, that's for sure. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
I mean, that is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. The famous 17th at the Open Championship, Frank, you begin to see the scoreboards, the grandstands, and you know all eyes are on you for the next couple of holes.
Yeah, this is one hole I think that anybody that goes to the old course certainly wants to play. Blind tee shot, you've got to flash it across the out of bounds and somehow find the fairway. If you go too safe down the left side, well, there's some heather to be chopping out of. Good tee shot certainly gives you a chance to hit at this beautiful green that's angled to the left, well protected by the road hole bunker. And if you're a little ambitious and a little strong, then there's a road itself and an out of bounds beyond this green.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Good looking shot right here. Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. That was well judged, wasn't it? Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Well, when you stick your tee into the hallowed grounds here on the 18th at the old course at St. Andrews, Frank, you know you're playing a piece of history.
And a chance, too, to finish it off in style, because this par 4 is reachable. A lot of people will aim at the clock tower, which is on the R&A building in the distance. That's a little left of this green. If you feel a little brave and you want to make a hero of yourself, just aim a little further right, exactly where the green is. Avoid the valley of sin, and you might just have a wee dram at the end of the day.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect, right down the middle of the fairway. Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Get down. Lay down. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
It'll take some skill now.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. It's Spieth now for par. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good, line looked good, just did not take that final break.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. so close. Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. That puts them at 4 under for the round.